Hello there. Hello there, hello there, hello there, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone between. We are back, and I guess it's gonna be back. Hello there, hello there, hello there. Hope all of you lovely gentlemen and anyone in between are doing well, whether you're near, whether you're far, whether it's the morning, the evening, or the afternoon. Hello there. I love it when it works. Yes, hello there, hello there, hello there. Hope all of you lovely gentlemen in between doing very nice, whether it is, the morning, the evening, the afternoon, whether you're near or whether you're far. Hello there. Let me say hi to Bob real quick. Give me 2 seconds. Yep, okay, that works. Okay, I think everything is good to go. So, I want to talk about a few things real quick, then we'll get on with the Dead Space stuff. So, sorry for missing last stream. Kind of what happened is I had groceries coming in, right? And that's fine, I can wait. I waited for like 6 hours and they did not come, and then I got an email at like 11. At like 11, and then I got stuff situated back at like midnight. So what happened is I literally, it hit midnight and things were resolved, kind of. Oh, this basically was a logistic issue, pretty much. It happens sometimes. That kept me like busy the entire day, just because I couldn't really do much until that got situated, and I didn't want to have to basically stop streaming immediately because they're here, or they're coming, or X, Y, and Z, But yeah, it's kind of the biggest thing that happened that day. It wasn't anything like immensely bad or anything. It was just I had to be patient and wait, and my patience did not pay off, unfortunately, because they didn't come until 2 days later. I think was it 2 days or the day after that? I don't remember. Sorry, I'm a bit stuffy right now. I forgot to take some medicine before I started streaming. My bad. I should have grabbed that. Oh well. You live and you learn. Oh my goodness, my nose is clogged. Oh, I can't. If I sound a little stuffy, that's my bad. It wasn't this bad earlier. I guess. Changing the weather, am I right? So, that's kind of all of the house cleaning I needed to talk about, except for the past streams haven't been set up yet because I've been kind of busy waiting for stuff because groceries took a while to get here. That kind of preoccupied a lot of time, and then I just kind of wanted to relax some, kind of unwind a little bit. Oh my goodness, my nose. Oh, sorry. Oh, I'm trying to get it drained so that way I'm not clogged. It doesn't sound like I don't sound like Squidward. Because actually, I could probably do an actual just normal Squidward voice without clogging my nose. Hold on. Let me try to fix my nose. Give me 1 second. That's the wrong button. I meant to hit mute the mic. Silly me. So what's really funny is when I mute my mic on OBS, you can still see the model's mouth moving because technically I don't mute the model. That's a little bit better. Oh my goodness. Come on, you know you want to drain. There we go. Now it's starting to drain some. But anyways, I hope all of y'all had a nice Halloween too. I didn't get really up to much because, I can't really do much Halloween for private reasons. But it was an okay day. It was very relaxed, very laid back, thankfully. Actually, wait. I'm thinking about something. Hold on. I had the groceries ride yesterday. I just realized that. Oh, I love logistics issues. Anyways, anything else I need to talk about? Yeah, so the past streams don't have the timestamp set up. I'm sorry. I will get that set up after this stream because I'm going to say this now, as I said in my tweets, and if you don't check out social, that's where I said this. Either we finish Dead Space 2 tonight or we reach 4 a.m. first. Whichever one comes first is what happens. Because I want to finish Dead Space. I should have finished it on the 30th, but logistics issues, how I love you so. But yeah, I'm kind of excited because this is the end. This should be the end of Dead Space 2. Because I think we have at most like 2 hours left of the game, maybe 3, if I kind of have some struggles. So I'm really excited to finish Dead Space because Dead Space has been kind of interesting. I've never played it, and I've only seen gameplay of like Dead Space 3, I think. And that was like when the game first came out. I think that's all I remember of Dead Space. So actually learning about Isaac Clarke and everything, and like basically him struggling through these awful scenarios has been an experience. Oh, sorry, my nose. So we will be playing some Dead Space. I'm excited. Give me 2 seconds. I still need to check our stream delay, actually. Give me 1 second. I just had to pause music so that way I can actually hear myself better. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. So there is about a 1.8 to 2 point something. So we should be good. A small stream delay. That's understandable. That's fair. Also, something I realized that was brought up on Blue Sky, thank you Blue Sky, is that there's a funny setting on YouTube which upscales your audio and your video. So I disabled that because heck you AI. If you want, I retweeted it. Well, reshared it. What is it called on Blue Sky? I don't know. I re-blue skied it. I re-blued it. Yeah, I re-blued it on Blue Sky. And it's enabled by default, so I have no idea if that's been messing with any of my streams or anything. So sorry if it has. It says that even if I disable it now, it won't affect anything in the past. So who knows? Who knows if anything's been tinkered with without my knowing? Gosh darn you! This is the advantage of being a YouTuber, am I right? But yeah, I'm excited to play some Dead Space 2 tonight. I have a message on Discord, actually. Give me 2 seconds. Let me see. I see. Okay. This one's saying a screenshot of a game. Hey, so I hope y'all are ready, because we are booting up Dead Space now. Let me see where it is. There it is. Oh, so if you missed the previous Dead Space stream, we kind of came into acceptance with our madness. We're like, okay, yeah, you're real technically. You're a part of us. You're not fake. And whatever it is we are seeing is like cool. We're chill now. Make us whole. And we're like, no, I don't think I will actually. Beyond that, our friend that we made, the guy, I don't remember their names right now, I'm so sorry. What were their names? Hold on. Dead Space 2 characters. Nolan Strauss and main characters. So you had Isaac. Was it Ellie? Yeah, it was Ellie. So we killed Nolan Strauss / stream because, you know, he went mad and tried to kill Ellie. And he didn't try to kill us. Basically, what I think happened is his madness grew too strong, and yeah, so he went mad. And then sorry, that's our dead girlfriend. Ellie, we were helping each other, and then there was an escape pod, and we were like, okay, you go in that ship, and we'll be there with you. And then we took over the controls for the ship, and we said, sorry, Ellie, you gotta go on your own. What we're about to do is probably gonna be our death. See you on the other side. See you on the other side, pilot. And then we flew her away. And that's kind of everything, I think. We kind of did a lot of exploring, try to get some stuff going. But I'm pretty sure we're in like chapter 13 to 14. So we're in like the final stretch of the game. Like, I honestly think we will beat the game tonight, unless there's like a really difficult part, which takes me like a couple hours to beat, which is entirely possible. I'm not the elite gamer that other people are, you know. I am very much so an average individual. I'm not some gamer extraordinaire, you know. Like, I have some experience with games. Like, don't get, I'm okay. I'm just not like elite 360 no scope XYZ off the ladder type of gamer, you know? I was never that good at video games. Like, I could do some good. I had some okay aim. My aim is about average, if not below average, but you know. So don't expect me to, if there's a hard boss, to beat it in like one try, or maybe even 2 tries. It'll probably take a few tries. Oh, why is the game not capturing? Uh-oh. Oh, there's the game. Okay, well, let me do this, put myself down there. Oh, right, the game plays that video. Hold on. Listen, key. There we go. Okay, everything looks good. Yes, I know I lost connection to the EA servers. These servers shut down like... Oh, okay, well, let me stop the music. Everything looks good. Okay. So, we are going to be hopefully beating this game tonight. But again, if I don't, that's just because I'm not too good at video games. Make sure audio is audible. Yep, I'm audible. My model's good. It's not covering the screen. Alright, let's get this party started. When I mean started, I mean probably beating the game. We're on chapter 13. I don't remember if we just started chapter 13 or if we're at the end of chapter 13. We'll see. This one. Alright. Hope you guys are ready, because this is going to be an experience. No, I don't want to unlock emergency supply rooms. I use what I won't. Speaking of which, how is our gear looking? I don't actually remember what upgrades we went with. Okay, so our flamethrower's pretty good. Our line gun's pretty alright. I didn't invest in the line gun as much as I did in the last game. Last game I invested a lot in the plasma cutter. Like, my plasma cutter was max last game. I didn't max it this game. I definitely went a little bit more wide than I did in the previous game. In Dead Space 1, what I did is I like heavy invested in rig in the plasma cutter and a little bit in stasis. This game, I kind of went more wide than straight. I kind of invested in a lot of stuff, so that way we have a lot of good gear. It's not just like 1 or 2 things. Oh, we still have a node. Oh shoot, I should use that. What do I want to use that on? The plasma cutter? I was the plasma cutter. Reload? I wouldn't be against the better reload. Yeah, let's go for a reload upgrade, honestly. Yeah. I want the line gun upgrade. I wouldn't mind getting a line upgrade for like damage. That way this thing actually does what? Oh, it goes up by 3 damage each. Oh, that's better than the last game, I think. The last game was 2, so 3, 6, 9. So that would deal a lot of extra damage. Oh my goodness. That would deal like 27 damage? That's a lot of damage, actually. Maybe I should invest in this thing more. Well, rip me. Yeah, that would have... Oh well. I mean, we're not at the end of the game, so actually I could start to invest in this a little bit more. I could grab this and then this. And that would probably be like pretty nice. That's 6 extra damage. Which would bring us up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 24? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 24. 24 damage would not be awful. That would be one-shotting a lot of enemies. The flamethrower, I'm pretty happy where the flamethrower is now. I could invest all the way over here if I wanted to, but that's too many upgrades for me. The rig, I wouldn't mind investing in more. Like, just getting max HP would be really nice because I like max HP, but nothing I inherently need. We're gonna hold on to this node for now. Just because I like to spend all my nodes at once. Makes me happy. Did I grab... Because there was something over here last time. Oh, store. How was our inn? Very full, actually. Oh, we still have this. Let me sell that. Oops. Inventory. You sell. Yes. And we're going to actually store some of these. Move. 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 We're gonna move 1 more of those. Then we have 3 meats, 3 smalls, 5 mediums and 1 big one. And that should help our inventory out a lot. How are we on ammo, actually, though? We're kind of low on plasma energy. Maybe we should get some more. Let's buy some plasma energy. Plasma energy, please. Please and thank you. Yes. There we go. Now that should be good enough. Yeah, 25 and 7, that should last us at least through a couple encounters. Do I buy a node? Yes. What I'm going to do with these 2 nodes is actually I'm going to invest in our big gun. So that way it's actually going to basically... Because the biggest issue right now is that it's doing the same amount of damage as our plasma cutter, and the plasma cutter is just like supposed to be a general use weapon, which is fine. But I want this thing to chunk things. So if we get 2 more, it'll go into this. And then that's kind of it for weapons, I think. I think then at that point I'd want to upgrade our rig. Alright, cool. Let's save, and then we're gonna start it up. Whatever we're doing. Yes. Alright, so let's see. What am I doing? Oh, whoops. I keep forgetting. Sorry. Oh yeah, Ellie. She became a casualty the longer we stick together, so we kicked her out. Nicole says, I'm getting close to the marker. She says, I'll know what to do. I hope she's right. Is this the right way? What's the button? B? Yes. The store. This thing chunks now. And our flamethrower doesn't do bad damage either. So, honestly, I think we have a much better, like, kitted thing now. Like, our gear's much more, like, versatile. And then the first game, my plasma cutter was kind of carrying me. So, now I have 3 weapons that can actually do good things this game. Because in the first game, the flamethrower actually didn't do that much damage. It was kind of rough. Huh. Is that the marker?
Oh my god. I built that.
Oh yeah, that's also another thing.
What? What are they doing?
They're all coming to the marker. Convergence is at hand.
I knew you were trouble from the start, but they told me you were necessary. That your mind was the purest. I spent years sifting through your demented brain. This is not the way it was supposed to happen.
Well, how was it supposed to happen,
We
Timon?
had it under control. Clark, this is not our fault. We were so close to understanding it.
Oh.
It's all those bodies you let in here. It's triggering a convergence event. But we never expected this many bodies.
What is the convergence event actually?
What the hell's it doing?
What it was made to do. Isaac, you have to make us whole.
How do we do that? I don't know. I don't know how to do that game. Hey, your helmet's nuts. Okay, hold on. How's the audio? Pretty okay. I'm gonna scoot the mic back a little bit so it's not too loud. Because it looks like I'm peaking a little bit there. Sorry. My bad. Ellie, I don't think I want to, converge. Not Ellie, sorry, Nicole. The game never really told us what a convergence event is. It just... What does this do? Activate. You know, hold on, let me get some stuff here. Oh, stasis energy. Oh, line racks. I just upgraded that weapon. Anyways, fire in the hole.
Just like Straw said. I remember this. The machine activates the parts of our brain where the marker codes are stored. But how does that threaten the marker? What were they afraid of?
Me. Us. Working together.
What? Aren't you literally the marker?
Yes. Are you ready?
No.
This is gonna hurt, isn't it?
Yes.
Do I have a choice to say no? I would like to say no. She said it's gonna hurt. I don't like pain. Oh, this looks really bad. Alright, avert your eyes, anyone that's... because this looks like it's gonna be very gory. Look away if you don't like gore. I'm giving you 5 seconds. 1 Mississippi. 2 Mississippi. 3 Mississippi. 4 Mississippi. 5 Mississippi. You've been warned.
Step 1. Crawl inside.
Uh-huh.
Step 2. The screws so tight. All around. Cross my heart and count to die.
Oh my god. No.
Stick a needle in your eye.
Do I have to? Which one? Oh, it has to be the left one. Alright, look away. Immediately people left. Chat, I don't like this. Chat, I don't like this at all. Oh my gosh. Oh. Wrong eye? That just killed me. Oh. Okay. Doing it again. Sorry, but my mic's a little loud. Let me
Step 2. The screws
do that.
so tight.
Is that better? Oh, no, it's a bit quiet. Hold on. Sorry.
And count to die. Stick a needle in your eye.
Tiptoe. Okay, so it's not supposed to go in my eye? Where's it supposed to go? My cheek? Where am I putting this game? Where is this going? Oh, I see. It has to hit. So I have to make sure it stays blue. Hold on. Hold on, Isaac. I know it's scary. Hold, Isaac. Isaac. Easy. Okay, I know this is awful. This is awful for me too, buddy. I hate this. This is awful. Did we just lose our eye?
Nicole! Where are you?
Nicole. Oh my goodness, that's not Nicole.
Follow the light, Isaac. I'll be waiting for you at the marker.
Well, what do I do?
My eyeballs hurt. Hey, the box returned. I have this thing for you. I upgraded this just now. Wow, you are a tanky man. That thing's still alive? Oh my goodness. Excuse me? It can regen? Explode. Okay, we can't kill this thing. I see what I have to do now. I wasted a lot of ammo. Ow. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Good job. Stay. Oh. Well, this sucks. Ow. Hey, come here. Take that off. Take that off. Take that off. Take that off. Freeze. Go, 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 go. 1. 2. Come on, where's 3? There's 3. Door open. Heck you. Hey, node. I unfortunately just wasted a lot of ammo. Money. Oh, save state. I'll take a save state. I appreciate save states. I just got a message. Who's messaging me? Okay. Interesting. This one. Oh, ammo. Thank you. Excuse me for 1 second. Hey, don't mind me, Mr. Monster. Thanks for the free stasis. Let me load you. So that monster's unkillable, apparently.
Tideman, this evacuation is illegal. You know that. Don't you dare tell me what I can and cannot do on my own station. My grandfather was running this place long before you were crapping your diapers, young man. I don't need a lecture from you, and you know I'm right. Project Protocol specifically forbids evacuation in the event of a breach. I have spent my whole life in service of this community, and I will not stand here and watch them die for some Project Protocols. Now get to your shuttle. We can argue about this nonsense in court, assuming we both live to discuss your precious protocols. Very well, sir.
Okay, so Tideman may be a bad guy, but at least he, you know, he's sticking up for his people. Assumedly. Very much so, assumedly. He may just be looking out for himself, but that's besides the point. Oh, we are on chapter 14 now. Wow. So we just have this chapter and 15 left. Alright. Let's get this party started. So there's the immortal enemy now that I can't kill. That's very cool. I like that. I don't like this though. This is some like Lovecraftian shenanigans. Game loud, by the way? No, it looks okay. Sorry for the game's a little loud. I can't really tell too well by OBS. What this do? Hey, what this? I don't think they appreciate that very much. Have we got any line racks in here? No. Sucks to be me. Ooh, oh, another node. I definitely think we're getting close to, like, the end of the game. Like, to the point, like, of no return, of just upgrade what you need. Well, that's not suspicious at all. What happened to you?
General Machette, this is Sergeant Patu. I've located the rig signals for the remaining 143 Sector G personnel. They're locked in and tracking the evac. Shuttle fleet confirms capacity and are standing by. How did an evacuation get authorized? Tideman's going against every protocol for this situation. Now it's too late to stop it, and it's just a mad dash to get everyone off. He must feel responsible for what's happening and is trying to save as many as he can.
Yeah? I mean, wouldn't that be the right thing to do? Save as many people as you can, heck your shenanigans? Gosh darn cultist, man. Oh, come on, man. Really? Oh, what's the puzzle here? Hey, come here, I have something for you. How? Oh. I see the puzzle now. Oh, that sucks. Oh, come on, man. Come here. You son of a god. Didn't I already kill you? Can you leave me alone? Like 2 seconds. Heck you. Door open. Heck your legs. Hey, the station there. Hey, can you go away? Alright, thanks. trying to save here. If you could just like leave me alone while I save, that'd be really nice. Alright, now I'm ignoring you and I'm running away. Ammo, please. Thank you. Because the big guy's still chasing me, I'm pretty sure. Also, sorry if the game's laggy. Hey, can you leave me alone, big guy? Excuse me, pardon me, coming through. Oh, this sucks. You know what? Heck you, I'm burning you all. Enjoy that fire. Man, I love my flamethrower. Such a handy little tool. There's probably more I could have done on that level, but I was literally getting chased and I had no time to kind of think. How many ammo? Not amazing. I'd very much would like to have a fight encounter where I don't have to deal with the immortal enemy. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. Ow. Can you stop for like 2 seconds? Ow, ow, ow. I think I'm gonna die here. Act you in particular. Ow. I had to freeze him because, yeah. This is gonna be a harsh level. This may be that level I talked about of me taking a minute to beat. Give me that box. Okay. Deal with you now. Hold on. Come on, man, I'm trying to deal with the big guy. Bad enough I have to deal with all these other dudes. Burn. Run for your sins. Burn. I froze him in a really bad place. Dude. Come here. Take your legs. Stasis. Let me in. Yeah, he's getting up. Ammo. Gosh darn it. Mortal enemies suck. Okay, he vented, he's going somewhere else. Oh, that's where he's going. Yeah, you go back in the vent. Deactivating gravity. Oh. Oh, it's right alt. I was like, why am I not floating? It's right alt, not left alt, or left control. Please don't crush me. Ow. That probably should have killed me. I think I was supposed to stasis that thing. Like this. Okay. Be patient. Wait for it to do that. Freeze it. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. Ow. Oh, come on, man. Where is it? I am going to commit such great acts of violence against you. I hope you know this. Stop pushing me to the laser. This level sucks. Oh my goodness, I think I'm just gonna die. Okay, that's gone. Okay, going through that. That's activating, so I'm going down here. What this? Thanks for money, I guess. This level has not been very nice. I mean... This has been a very tricky level, all things considered. That's okay. I think the only
Can't fight it. You have to let it go.
I'll never see you again.
Isaac, stop it. There's no other way. You have to do this.
I don't know, Chief. I don't know if I should listen to the voice in my head telling me to do this, but at the same time, you know, fair, I guess. Marker access. Power node enabled. No. No, no, I want these power nodes for myself. Well, I have eaten through ammo. Oh my goodness. I like a save node, ideally. Objective, save station, bench, store, objective. It's all this way. Oh, another power node. Very handy. I doubt it's enough to max our rig, but it'll be good. Oh. Alright, let's do some bench stuff. So, how many do we have? We have 3. How many do I need? 1, 2, 3, 4. I need 4 to get more HP. I wouldn't mind upgrading our stasis at this point, because oh my goodness, it's not enough. How much is that? By an extra 2 seconds? So I could go 1, 2, 3? So we have more energy, or I could go 1, 2, 3. I feel like stasis needs an upgrade. I feel like stasis just isn't doing enough for me. So I'm upping stasis duration because I really need it. Upgrading my rig would be nice too, but... Before anything though, I need ammo. I need ammo pretty badly. So we're gonna sell this. Yep. Okay, so we're good on fire ammo, as we've been the entire Let's Play. We actually ate through a lot of healing. So I'm going to move some of you over. We're going to move that one over. Now we have some healing at least. The next thing I would like is ammo. 1, 2, 3. And give me like 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Any new suits? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I think we have like the best suit right now. Okay. So we have 25, 25. We have 9 of these. Still a bunch of fire ammo. Some healing. Honestly, I would like another medium med pack. That makes me feel a little bit better. And we're gonna get 4 power nodes, maybe? I know it's kind of expensive, but it's maxing your HP, which is kind of what we want. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my money, it hurts. Okay, hold on. Because we want to have good HP. Because I don't want anything less than max HP. There we go. Now we have max HP. I guess we grab an energy. Or I could grab these. No, we're gonna grab an energy. More energy, more good. I think we're kind of well balanced. Like, this could hit harder, but it's okay. 21 damage is pretty nice. And I'm gonna grab a little bit more line ammo, honestly. Just a little bit more line ammo. Not too much line ammo, but a little bit, because I only have 9 shots. So give me 2 more. There we go. Alright. So, we have 1 big med pack, 3 medium ones, 3 mediums, some ammo. Yeah, I think we're ready to.
This is it,
Ow.
Convergence is almost here. Meet me at the marker.
I don't think we should. I just have a bad feeling, you know? Guns are loaded. Let's drop a save. On this one. We're actually gonna double save real quick because just in case the game crashes and like a save slot goes bad or something, I have 2 save slots. Just in case. Alright, let's get this party going. Oh. Your legs are gone. Where's your friend? How's the audio? Oh, I was audio testing. Goober. You son of a goblin. Let me turn it down just a smidgen. It looks like it's a little loud. Okay. Load gun. Stasis. Ammo. Nice. Oh, you goblin. I barely see you up there. I think I hit you? Yeah, you're legless. From the hit movie, Lord of the Rings. Never watched the movie. I probably should at some point, but that's not here or there. Also, again, sorry if the game's a little framey right now. It's framey for me. Oh, come on, man. Heck you. Heck you. Heck you. Heck you. Just keep throwing things at him. You know what? Have a fire extinguisher. That's right. I sweep the legs. Oh, he didn't like that. Sweep the legs again. Heck you. Get stun locked. Lose your legs. Lose your head. Now you might say, it's kind of rude what I'm doing to him. However, he is trying to kill me, so, you know, fair is fair, I guess. See you later, stinker. Can I help you? I'm facing a much scarier enemy at the moment. Okay, there we go. The game got extraordinarily more loud than it was. Sorry about that. I don't know what's going on, but I guess it's like amp up that we are very much so in it right now. Like this is the game. This is where it's been building. I don't know how I feel about Tideman, by the way. Like, I understand where he's coming from. He's trying to save civilians, which, you know, is respectable. Compared. I'll be with you in a second. Thank you. Oh, they have snipers. I gotta keep going. Heck you. Heck you. Heck you. Hold on. Eventually his leg will break. Joke's on you, Gabe. I'm gonna stun lock this guy to death. That's right. Hack your legs. Okay. You're good. You have to regrow those legs. Good luck with that. I don't need that right now. Okay, you know what? Hack your legs. Hack your legs. Hey buddy, can you leave me alone for like 2 seconds? I'm trying not to, you know, explode violently. Where'd that thing go? Heck you. Heck you again. Only this time it's slow mode. Have that. See you later. Stinky. Ow, bad dog. Ow. Ow, they have a sniper. I gotta go. That's the wrong button. Nope. See you later. This game taught me anything? Choose my fights. And my choosing is not to fight Halfling. Where's the nearest save point, by the way? Objective, shower, bench. Oh, there's no save stations. Oh, there's one. I'm just blind. Where's the nearest save point? It's in my face. Ah. Ah. I see. I make sure there's no drop frames yet. Okay, that's good. Sorry, just OBS things. Ow. Leave me alone. Bam, 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 bam. Uh-oh. No loot for me. Alright, which way's the right way to go? That way? Going this way. Why can't I go this way? I don't know, actually. That looks bad. I need a heal. Oh. Oh, I see. Hello.
The research in that marker is worth every life we just lost.
Ow. That's my neck. Oh. Huh? What am I supposed to do? I didn't see any prompts, or was I blind? Was there a prompt? Am I supposed to shoot him first? Hide men? I press. Oh, there's the button. Tybin? Tybin, it's my hand. Tybin, please.
I won't let you throw all this away.
Oh. Well, that's the first human we've killed this game. Or in general, I think. What happens if I just don't shoot him? No. Wait, was that bad? Was I supposed to shoot him?
Thank you, Isaac. Now, time to die.
What?
No. We should have shot him in the back of the head.
Yours is the last body we need to be reborn. The Makers must be absorbed.
The Makers? You mean me? But Strauss said we could destroy the marker.
Not if we consume you first.
God damn it, I trusted you. Fuck you. And fuck the marker.
Burn. Burn for your sin. Ow. Goobers. I'll put my back to the wall. That was a pretty wall. Heck you, crazy lady. Who would have known the crazy lady was actually evil? Heck you. Ow. Ow. It's really nice that they let us use our actual weapons in here. Heck you in particular. Burn! Crazy cult. No. Gun may go click. You know what doesn't go click? Where's that heart? I don't know if I'm actually doing damage to that thing or not. Ow, they're so tanky for little goobers. I don't need all this ammo. Listen, crazy lady. I want nothing to do with you. Get out of my wife. Leave me alone. Ow. Heck you. Heck you. Heck all of you in particular. Ammo, please. You know, I'm glad I saved all this fire ammo, by the way. It's been really helpful in this situation. Go make yourself whole. You don't need me. Get out of here. Where's that thing? Oh, there it is. I see it. They're making... How loud is this for you guys, by the way? It's pretty loud, sorry. I'll turn it down just a smidgen. Turn it down to 12.5. Maybe that'll be better. Ow. Ow. Ow, it kinda hurt. Oh. Leave me alone, crazy cult. Gosh darn cultist. This. You're hurting my feelings. Explode the heart. I don't know if I'm actually damaging that thing yet or not. Ow! Ow! You... Okay, you know what? Heck you. Get off me. She keeps repeating the same dialogue, which is really confusing me if I'm actually doing damage or not. I thought that gave me money. I was about to say, why are you giving me money at this juncture, game? Bloody hell. Ammo, please. Well, that's hell. So that's like ammo, but it's for my health bar. How about you be reborn and become a better person? Oh, like I think we were doing damage. Heck you, marker. I have 1 HP. Oh. I think this is... I think we're gonna have a little snappies. I think it's time to take a little nap. That kind of makes sense of why the marker was trying to make us come to it. Dead Space 2? Wait. That's the end of the game. No. Actually? Is this how it goes? Oh. Chat, I think this is the end.
You complete bastard. Was this your great plan? Dump me off and die?
Full of bad ideas, remember?
Yeah, well, here's another one. I'm crashing through the roof to get you. Now move your ass.
Wait, no, Ellie, it's too late. Set clear of the station.
Yeah, well, you don't really have a say this time. Heads up.
Ellie is a real one? Ellie's actually a real one? Isaac, put the mask on. There we go, Isaac. Oh, I probably have to dodge things. Very cool. Yeah. Down, Isaac. Up, Isaac. But we gotta get out of here, Isaac. If we want to live... I don't know if Isaac actually wants to live through this. Because at this point, we've kind of been through it. E! 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 Are we free? That was almost us. Except Ellie came to save us. Do we still have the space madness? Oh, what? Alright, I'm gonna let the credits go and then we'll talk about the game. Did I miss anything there? Was there something in the background I missed? Because I just looked at Ellie. Did I miss something? Look at all these cool people. Their names are in gibberish. Told they are not in gibberish. There's probably some very interesting people in this list that I just don't know. That person's name sounds familiar. Oh. A couple of these names sound kind of familiar. Wonki. Multiplayer level designers. Oh, I'm so sorry again. He's... Okay, I kind of expected this game was going to take us a little longer to beat. Like, I thought this was going to be, like, at least a couple more hours. How long? I can't even tab out to check OBS because it's some games when if you hit a button during credits, it'll just skip it. So this is why I always keep my hand off the keyboard during the credits, just in case. Oh, there's all the animation people. Senior animators. There's a lot more animators in this, if I remember correctly. Huh. Environmentally artists. I think there weren't that many environmental artists in the last game, were there? I think there was like a couple. This is actually very nice. I actually wonder how the multiplayer is in this game. Like, how does it feel to fight Isaac Clarke? Or do you play as Isaac Clarke? Or no, you have to fight as the Necromorphs, right? Because there's Necromorph controls. Visual effects artist. Lead UI designers. Okay. I thought it said Christina V. I was about to say, excuse me? Christina V, what are you doing here? Does Christina V do this? Oh. Some really cool names. was Wabi Sabi Sound Inc. That's actually a really good company name. I love that. Wasabi. The Skywalker. Which one? Well, this was before the sequel, so, you know. Visceral Games Montreal. Is that a Canadian one? It sounds very Canadian. Could be French. Sounds more Canadian, though. The environmental artist, environment artist. Look at them go, they're still going. Look at all these people. People are sending messages. I see that on Discord. Look, it's the programmers. And there's one lighter. Technical artist. VFX artist. UI lead. UI artist. Oh, this is the Shanghai branch, I'm guessing. Or maybe I don't know. Man, I did not expect to be in this game so early. Because I said, okay, we have until 4 a.m. And I honestly thought it was going to take us until at least 2 a.m. to beat this. I thought there's going to be more. If I knew it was going to be this short, maybe I should have just extended the last stream, honestly. Because now I feel like I'm clickbaiting. And I feel bad. But I don't clickbait. That's not my thing. Oh, QA tester. Mindwalk Studios. I don't know who that is. Look at all these people. There are a lot more people that did stuff with this game, which it very much so shows, because this game was much more expansive in, like, its environments and stuff. I don't want to say some of these names, so I don't want to just say them, but, you know. Oh, here's the story writers. Motion capture directors, additional cast. Who are these people? That name looks familiar. I'm not saying names because I don't want to be like, yes, this name sounds familiar, and then it's like a name that did something awful, and that's why they look familiar, you know? I doubt it's that. It's just maybe I recognize some of these names from other games. Just in case, though. US Studios Group. Wow, it's EA. You see, I wonder how many... oh, executive thanks. I see. I wonder how many of these people are still doing stuff. Hey, it's marketing. There were like... I was gonna say, there are like 2 marketing people. No, there's a lot more. Okay. I was saying, these poor 2 marketers. But, I don't know. What was I talking about? I don't remember. I don't actually remember what I was saying. Man, is this gonna... I didn't have anything else planned for this stream, so I thought it was gonna take longer, man. This is why you plan more. I mean, I guess we'll talk about this game for like an hour. Maybe a little shorter. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. I wonder how many of these people are still like doing stuff, or like gaming stuff. I wonder if there are still people that are like talking, or not talking, if they're still doing like game stuff, or if they're in a different career field, because this is back in 2011. That's what, like 14 years ago? Maybe they're still doing stuff, maybe they're not, I don't know. It's really interesting to think about, like, games that came out like 2008 to 2014, like, I wonder if these people are still doing stuff. I wonder if they changed field entirely. I wonder if they're doing software now, or if they're doing hardware stuff now, if they're, you know, doing different art stuff. Because there's a lot of art individuals in this game. Like artists that did environmental stuff. Oh, there's the QA people. QA testers. Do we know any of these people? Or do they sound familiar? Not really. One of them sounds familiar. That person's name is Art. That's pretty cool. I don't know what a WWSQE is. I've never done QA stuff. Maybe one day I should do QA stuff. QA stuff sounds fun. QA compliance testers, QA support hardware, QA administrator assistants, EA Nact. Oh. Yeah, I just don't know most of these people. The EA QA testers. EA Canada? There's probably like some names in here that are like well known that I just don't know. Because I'm not in the know. Let me take a stomach drink real quick. Yeah, I don't Granted, I'm not really good at names, to be fair. Like, when it comes to naming stuff, like actual remembering people's names, that can be a little rough. Unless I've known you for like 4 or 5 years, I may mess up your name, and I'm sorry. Hey, there's 2 Rodriguez up there. Oh. This is actually a lot more credits than the first game, wasn't it? I guess there were a lot more people for this game. I don't know which game actually took me longer to beat, actually, now I'm thinking about it, which Dead Space took me longer. I think it was Dead Space 1, actually. That's because I did some shorter streams on Dead Space 1. I don't know if Dead Space 1 actually did take me longer, or if it's just I did more streams. Recording courtesy of SOULxxdragon. Also, please don't copyright me for this music, please and thank you. I'm still playing the game, technically. Don't do it to me. Don't do it. I really am trying to think if this game took me longer to beat. Because this game was 4 streams, technically. And I had 1 short stream. How many short streams did I have for Dead Space 1? Was there 1 or 2? Oh, here's all the special thanks to everyone's family and stuff. Family, friends, and Isaac Clarke from my friends. Kamlini? I love all the girls in this game. I love horror games. This place is my favorite. Laura Walker. Love and thanks. Joy Nathan. Love to Michael. Guy. That's not English. I love when they actually let and shout out to all my homies. I love it when companies actually let like the people put special thanks in the credits like this. This is always cool. Thanks to 137. I don't know how to pronounce that. Thanks to Clara. Thanks to Val. Thanks to VGS. A great achievement on an epic game. Thanks to Heather. Thanks to my wife. And Dark Souls fan? No, Dead Space fan. I'm silly. Truly worth all of the 2010. I think more games should do that. I think they should allow more people to. They should allow the developers to actually put special things in the credits like that. Granted, I haven't beaten a lot of games, so. Worth all 2010. I love that one. Any after credit scene? My hand's off the keyboard. Or is that the... This
is Flight Team EG9 to Control. We have completed the flyby. There's nothing left. I repeat, Titan Station has been completely destroyed.
And the marker?
Negative. Nothing survived this, sir. Marker Site 12 is a total loss.
Pity. Recall all flights and return to base. The other sites will have to pick up the pieces.
Oh. You must save your progress to unlock New Game Plus mode. We're gonna save on this one. No, we'll just save one. Yeah. Proto suits unlocked. Elite suit versions of security suit variants unlocked in New Game Plus. Look for new items in the store and schematics lost in the sprawl to get access to this experimental technology. Cool. Hardcore mode. You have unlocked hardcore mode in which you will find the bare minimum of health and ammo to stay alive. When you die, you restart from your last save. You can only save 3 times. Oof. You unlocked the New Game Plus mode. Suits and weapons from your prior playthroughs will be available in the first store. Oh. Alright, I guess that's it. Is there anything in extras? No, that's just redeeming stuff. Alright. Hold on, let me close the game. Let me pop up. Let me fix some stuff. Give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. I'm loading up music for you guys. That way it's not just me talking into the void. Give me 2 seconds. Music's loading. It's loading. That's right, we're using this song. No one can stop me. You stop sassing me, EA. Get out of here. I'm gonna close EA. Okay. So that was Dead Space 2. That was the end. Oh my goodness, how long we've been streaming for? We've barely been streaming for an hour. Oh my goodness. Okay. Alright, so I actually did pre-repair some notes. Actually, that was not even an hour, was it? Because we started playing the game. Hold on. That was 59 minutes. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I do have some notes here for my review. It's not like in-depth notes. Hold on, I need to add one more note to this. Compared to first game. I will have that there, so that way I can actually, because I do want to talk about the game compared to the last game. You shouldn't compare games, but at the same time, it's the same game series, so I do want to talk about the similarities, differences, the benefits of this game and the last game. So actually, the first thing I want to, no, we won't. We'll talk about that later. Okay. So here are the keynotes that I'm going to be talking about in this. Actually, before I do that, before I talk about anything specific, give me 2 seconds, because before I yap about this for like 20 minutes, let me write down my timestamp. Do that. We are at 1:15:53. Okay. So before I yap about anything specific, I just want to say thank you for all the support over the past 8 months, almost 9 months now. This is our 9th month this month, but thank you for all the support over the past 8 months. It means the world to me. Thank you. The support includes anything on our socials, which are in the description down below. Support on the VODs, the videos, and the streams themselves, and that includes people actively engaging in chat, people lurking, people giving me helpful tips, people saying hi to people when I stream, or any of my VOD boys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you. Also, before you show support for me, make sure to show support for yourself first and foremost, because your well-being is important. You should take care of yourself first and foremost, okay? Also, thank you to anyone that's shown support to the Immune Deficient Foundation. The Immune Deficient Foundation is a foundation that helps people with immune deficient ailments. It helps people live more comfortable lives and makes so they get treatments faster, and it helps them actually get the treatments they need. If you can, please consider showing support to them. If you're curious what it's about or where it is, it's the pinned comment in chat. It's in the description, and it's under every time we go live until I'm told no longer to do that. Because they can't stop me. I have unlimited power. I don't actually have very limited power. So thank you to anyone showing support to the Immune Deficient Foundation. If you can, please consider showing support, but never feel forced or obligated or peer pressured into showing support. It should be something that you want to do and that you can do, because while it is important to show support to those in your community, it's also important to show support for yourself, okay? Because your well-being is important too. So please do your research into it and consider showing support, because it will mean the world to a lot of people. Also, if you can't show support through monetary or financial ways, you can show support by sharing a link around. You can talk about it through word of mouth, or this is a big one. You can show support by donating blood or plasma. Donating blood and plasma goes to a lot of different charities and a lot of different organizations that need the blood and the plasma. But donating blood and plasma is very helpful for people with immune deficient ailments or diseases. So please consider showing support in one way or another if you can. Doing your research if you are going to donate blood or plasma, because there are after effects of it. There's things you have to keep track of, keep an eye on, and also your own health is important too. So make sure if you have any health concerns or anything, you talk to a doctor first, or you just don't do it, because your safety and well-being is important, okay? So yes, thank you again for anyone showing support to the Immune Deficient Foundation. It means the world to a lot of people. So I'm just going to yap for a little bit about the game, and then we're going to yap about the future, what we're going to be doing, and then I guess we end stream. Oh my goodness. It's so early. Oh my goodness. We've barely streamed for an hour. Ugh. So so this is the yapping. So we're gonna talk about the game first, and then we're gonna yap about our future scheduling stuff. So this is how I kind of want to review games for the future. Maybe I'll update this X, Y, and Z. So I'm gonna have a thing for general thoughts. We're gonna talk, and the key points are gameplay, story, sound design, and then if I played any other games in like a series or anything, I want to talk about that and compare them, talk about how I feel about them in comparison, and then my overall feeling about the game I just played. So general thoughts about Dead Space 2. Dead Space 2, actually, hold on, I closed EA. I need to actually see how many hours did it take me to beat this game. So Dead Space 2 took me 12 hours and 50 minutes. So call it like 12 hours and 20 minutes or so. How long did Space 1 take? Alright. I'll talk about that in comparisons. So, my general thought is over the 12 hours and some change that I played this game, I feel like it was really, really good. The game felt very, very violent and like very visceral. It was very much so a violent, bloody game. Like, and it wasn't just like the gore and the jump scares either, because there were a couple of jump scares, but it wasn't like too poppy. The biggest thing that was actually getting me was the psychological damage I was collecting, because in the very start of the game, like some points forward, there were a lot of scenes where it was just, oh my goodness, this is awful. You know, we saw civilians getting murdered. We saw just armed personnel getting murdered. There were inferences of, the children being turned into monsters, and then, oh man, I think that's actually the worst part for me. Just that I have to murder these children, because they also got turned by the giant, awful marker. So I think generally speaking, the horror element in this game was really well done. There were a lot of points of just, this is awful, this is atrocious, and I think that's a really, really good thing in horror games, where it's like, oh no, this is bad, this is really, really bad. It's not just like visceral in your face, no, it is attacking your mind, because it is just making you witness things that are awful and atrocious. And while yes, it's a fictional thing, it's still very much so like, wow, this is awful. Sorry, there was something on me. Oh. Or something on me. I just had to get that off me. So, that was pretty rough at times, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that's making you feel psychological horror is a very good thing. I think I very much so like psychological and environment horror games. I very much so like the intensity and the absolute just awful times that it brings. I'm not a fan of nihilism, however. I don't really like nihilism. I say I like psychological and I like, that type of horror, and then I say I don't like nihilism, which kind of is contradictory, but I'm not a big fan of the nihilistic kind of things. Now, I know nihilism kind of goes hand in hand sometimes with stuff, but this game wasn't too rough on that front. After that, the story, so I'm gonna go into detail about these points, but this is just kind of like an introductory paragraph. The story was really good. I really did enjoy it. I felt like it could have gone longer in some points. I definitely like the twist of, the marker leading us on a breadcrumb trail, so that way they can become one with us, because that's the whole thing of become one with me. It's all about basically coming together and having all of the makers join the marker, so that way you can do something for this convergence event. So I definitely like the lead up to that. I definitely feel like it was very much so like, okay, well, why is the marker trying to help us destroy the marker? Because that just doesn't make sense. Why would it want us to destroy it? That don't make sense. And our dead wife, I keep calling her dead wife, our dead girlfriend kept saying, make us whole, make us one. She said it in the first game too. So I definitely feel like the lead up to what was going to happen was nice. I'm kind of sad that Tideman was an interesting character. I definitely feel like he was very much so an antagonist to us, right? He was antagonizing us the entire game. At the same time, I understand why he was doing what he was doing. He was trying to basically protect the civilians. But then at the end, he kind of did a flip-flop on his character. I don't know how to feel about that. Sound design. So the sound design in this game was still pretty good. There are a lot of ways that it got better. The guns still felt really punchy, and everything was good there. So we're going to go into detail on each of these points, and then we will tell about the overall feeling, then I'll rate the game. So, gameplay. The first thing I will talk about in gameplay is the feel of the game. The actual gameplay felt really good and really, like, free-flowing. The camera speed was really nice. There was really nice mouse turning. Also, I really liked the parts of the game where it gave me the, like, three-dimensional movement. I definitely think that was a really cool addition for this game because it felt really cool. You know, I was able to move around better. I had the little jetpack. There was a lot, so there were some times where oxygen was a little rough. Namely, there was like the mini boss fight out in space where you had to fight the thing for when you are aligning the solar, not the solar rails, gosh, trying to work here, the solar arrays. And I felt like that was really kind of interesting, but I felt like oxygen wasn't the biggest issue in this game. I didn't feel too threatened. Maybe that's just because I invested into oxygen kind of early, and I think I had 2 points in oxygen, I don't remember. So I don't think it was that big of a concern. But the overall feel was really good in this game. I really liked how it felt very responsive, like everything, nothing felt like too static or slow or kind of rough to do. I really liked that. So I want to talk about the weapons. So I only used 3 weapons in this game like I did in the first game, and I will say they felt really good in this game. Very much so. They definitely felt a lot more free to use. I guess it's because I did more variety in my upgrades, but I really feel like the weapons felt a lot better. The plasma cutter sounded pretty punchy still, and that's something I'll talk about in sound design. But it felt good to use. The line gun felt more necessary to use at some points. There were definitely some enemies where I definitely need that extra punch that it gave me. And then the flamethrower actually was really, really useful in this game. Like, it actually did really good damage. It did, I think mine was doing like 8 damage at the end, which comparatively in the first, not comparing yet, I'll compare later. But it felt really good to use a flamethrower. I had a lot of flamethrower ammo throughout the game, so I could pretty much pop it out whenever I needed to and just burn things. I definitely felt that it was a really nice backup, where if there's any small enemies I just need to get rid of, it was really handy. I definitely think the weapons were really, really good in this game. They sounded good, they felt good to use, and I really liked the addition that there were different versions of the weapons in the store. I guess that's because I played the first game, but how I think it works is you could find the base versions from the schematics and stuff, but you could also just get different versions of it, which I did. My flamethrower and my line gun did more damage but had slower reload. I really think that was a really cool system. I really like that in games where it's like, okay, well, here's a weapon, and then here's different variants of the weapon which will deal. Maybe your secondary like attachment for your weapon will deal more, or maybe your maybe the primary effect of your weapon would be better, or maybe it'll be more accurate, or maybe it'll reload faster. You know, just different things that make weapon variety better. I'm usually not a big fan of weapon variety being like variant based rather than having just different weapons, but I definitely think this game did it well. So we're gonna talk about enemies next. So the main way that this game works is that you shoot weak spots on enemies, and that's how you defeat them, right? You shoot the legs, shoot the arms. You can shoot the head, but it's really not too necessary. I definitely think that was something that was really cool for Dead Space as a whole, as a game genre, where you have to damage limbs rather than, you know, hitting the headshots or hitting body shots X, Y, and Z. No, it's you cut the legs, you cut the arms X, Y, and Z. I definitely think that was really cool. I was always a big fan of that system, to be fair, because it rewarded you for having good accuracy and hitting specific parts of enemies. You know, sometimes hitting enemies in specific spots would have a different effect, like there was the big blobby boys that would make other enemies come out of them. I don't know their names, but like they had the big chest capacity, the big chest that would open up and they would throw little dudes at you. If you killed them in specific ways, you know, those enemies wouldn't come out, and that was really cool. I really enjoyed that. I definitely feel like the enemy variety in this game was a little bit more. I really enjoyed some of the enemies in this game, not in comparison, but just I really enjoyed some of the enemies in this game because there were some new enemies. So it was really cool seeing how these different enemies kind of spice things up comparatively to just like the basic enemies. Because, you know, we had the new baby enemies, which were awful. I hated them because they made baby noises, and that's awful. I don't like that game. But, you know, it was really good for horror. Like a situation where it's like, well, shoot. Oh man. And then there was my favorite enemy in this game was the enemies that peeked around corners at you and they like eventually just like Naruto ran at you. I really like those enemies because it was very much like a actual horror enemy. Like they would peek around the corner at you, they would try to get around you and flank you. It was so cool actually. I really like those enemies because they would just stare at you and they would, any way they could, they would look at you around a corner. They would pop up around a box. They would put their head up above a box or they peek around a corner. And if you stare at them for too long or something, they would just Zerg rush you, and that was really cool. Easily my favorite enemy in this game. Because it was an actual horror experience anytime they were around, because, you know, where there's one, there's at least like 6. And they were all trying to get around you, all trying to flank you. That's Chef's Kiss of an enemy. That enemy was so incredibly cool. I think the only enemy I wasn't a big fan of was the enemy at the end of the game, like in this stream, which I couldn't kill. It just kept regenerating. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I can't. The only way for me to interact with... Hold on. Sorry. I just saw a message on my phone. Let me see something. What's up? Oh, I see. Sorry. Okay. But I definitely feel like the enemy variety in this game was really cool. There were so many cool enemies. You know, you had some really interesting enemy types. The necromancers were in this game, as I call them. Those enemies were always really cool because anytime, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's those squid manta ray enemies that could make new enemies off of dead corpses. Those enemies made it so you had to be very, like, you had to actually interact with the environment. You had to be like, okay, well, there's a lot of bodies in this environment. Those gosh darn necromancers are probably around here, and they're probably going to res all of these guys. So you would, you know, stomp the bodies so that way they wouldn't get res. It was really cool because it was very much so anytime there was an encounter and you saw those necromancer squid enemies, you had to be like, okay, they have to go first. Doesn't matter who's rushing me, they gotta go first. I definitely think that was pretty cool. I'm trying to think, what were the other enemies? I think most of the other enemies were still pretty cool. Very good in variety in a sense. Let's talk about bosses. There really wasn't too many bosses in this game. There was 2 mini bosses, I think, and then there was the main boss. I don't think were there any? Hold on, let me actually look. Dead Space 2 bosses. Category bosses. Oh, they actually have names. What is the Hive Mind? What? I don't remember fighting this thing. Did we fight this thing? Huh. What? I'm trying to remember. Yeah, I remember that in Dead Space 1. Wasn't it Dead Space 2? No, that was just Dead Space 1 boss. Let's try it. What is the cult leader? I don't remember that boss. There's so many bosses where I'm like, who are you? Oh, that's a Dead Space 3 boss. Okay. Yeah, I think there's only one boss in this game, right? Or are there two? Hold on. No, I don't. I just want to know what bosses in the game. Bam, bam, bam. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm just looking it up, but I think there's only like 2 or 3 mini bosses, and then there was like the main boss at the end. So I think the main, like the ending boss in this game was actually kind of interesting. We had to deal with a bunch of ads that were just rushing us constantly, which is nice to have a flamethrower. And then we had to deal with Mad Nicole, who wants to murder us. And then we had to deal with the actual boss. I didn't actually know what I was supposed to do against the main boss. I still don't understand what I did. I just saw something glowing, I think. I think the visual, like, what I needed to shoot on the boss was kind of hard to see. I think it was a little bit too noisy. And, like, if you know what I mean by noisy, basically means that there's too much on the screen and it's too hard to see what's going on. I feel like the atmosphere was a little noisy to understand where I was supposed to be shooting this boss, other than just, I think I see a glowy bit on the center there. I'm gonna keep shooting that. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like the bosses... I feel like that boss was okay. I definitely don't think it was like anything to write home about, but I like the environment and when we were fighting the boss, because we were very much so, I think, in our mind fighting the boss, or we were inside the marker. I like the implications on the boss, not the boss itself necessarily. I feel like the actual boss fight was kind of okay, but I definitely think I like the environment I fought the boss in, and like everything that's going around. I like Nicole kind of taunting us, being like, "Come on, Isaac, just give in, become one with us." It's like, no, I'm good. Let's see, is there anything else story-wise, not story-wise, anything else gameplay-wise I want to talk about? No, overall the gameplay was really good in this game. I really feel like the gameplay was really solid. Yeah, solid snake? No. But I really feel like gameplay-wise, the game was really good. Honestly, really solid part of it. So let's talk about the story, shall we? Dead Space's story... Dead Space 2's story continued off Dead Space 1. You know, we were trying to deal with the crazed Nicole in our head telling us, become one with us, Isaac. Build the marker, Isaac. I definitely think the story in this game was a lot strong. Was pretty strong. We had the betrayal pretty early on, in comparison to the first. No, I'm not comparing. Sorry, I keep saying that. That just comes out because I wanna say how I feel about both the games, but I definitely think the story was pretty interesting. I liked basically that, you know, this is Ishimura, but on a much bigger scale. Like, there were a lot of civilians on this planet. This wasn't just, 1,000 people on Ishimura. No, this was probably like tens of thousands of people that had to go through this horrific experience. It very much so leaned more into the crazy cult people doing more crazy cult things. And then the story very much so ended on, oh, well, this is just one site down, The other sites will have to deal more. My biggest question about the story as a whole is, why are we doing tests on these sites? What is going on? Like, what is the end game goal here? I believe it's EarthGov. I think that's what it's called, doing these experiments, but it could be the crazy cult people too. Because as you know, it was explained to us in the story, basically the marker can kind of make you think in a specific way. It can make it so you think you are in control of your mind. It's not, it's not the marker. This is my own free will making me do this, when in actuality it's the marker. It's making you, it's actually changing the chemicals in your brain and making it so that way you think this is what you want, not the marker. I think the mind control is really interesting. It really brings a lot to like what's going on here, because it's very much just something of, well, these are crazy cold people, but maybe it's not entirely their fault, you know? Maybe the marker gave them the crazy juice, and they're not too crazy themselves. I very much so like how the marker was kind of about our guilt, almost, like our guilt of, you know, we kind of let our girlfriend go to this awful place, and we pushed and nudged her to try this out, and you know, Isaac is very much so trying to deal with this emotional and psychological trauma himself, you know, trying to, and then in this game dealing with the emotional turmoil of I made a marker. Oh my goodness, why would I do this? I think that I definitely think Isaac Clarke got more characterization in this game. He very much seemed like an actual character. The other character of Strauss and Ellie were really strong supporting characters for a while. Strauss eventually just losing his mind and saying, you know what, heck you, I'm going to stab you in the eye, because that's where the needle has to go. It was very interesting basically seeing Strauss go down this cycle of insanity, pretty much, and then Ellie trying to be suspicious about us, very much to keep us away, and then be like, okay, you know what, maybe we should work together. We'll survive better. I definitely think the characters are pretty strong in this game. They felt very human in a sense. Again, the only character I wasn't too fond of was Tideman. That was Tideman at the end, right? Hold on. Before I say, no, Tideman was stinky. Hold on. Dead space to Tideman. Let me make sure that... No, not Sideman, Tideman. Gosh darn it. Hold on. What? Dead space to Tideman. Oh wait, is it spelled with an A? I was spelling it with an E. And it's Tideman. No, that was Tideman at the end. So... I don't know. I feel like Tideman was a very charismatic leader. You know, charismatic leaders, big warning label on their foreheads, because, you know, charismatic characters. I feel like he cared about the civilians and he was trying to get everyone out, or maybe he just cared about himself and he was trying to get himself out. I don't know. That part was... I think that could have needed more explanation, like, on his actual motives. But at the same time, you know, it's fine, because, you know, now we can speculate on what his intentions were. Because at the very end, his last thing was, all the losses we had here will be worth it for the research we've gained. And that very much so doesn't sound like a man that actually cares about his people, but then again, who knows? I don't. I really like the antagonist of this game just basically taunting us and trying to lead us along the path the entire game, which is the marker, which was taking the form of Nicole to make us put our guard down and make us trust it more. I really like that as the main antagonist of, because I feel like an antagonist that only stays around for a little bit and disappears and then comes back now and then to taunt us, but an actual antagonist that's there for us the entire game and is almost like a supporting ally is really, really good, because then that's a really good turn point of, well, it makes sense that, yeah, you're the enemy, you've been here with us the entire game, you've been supporting us this entire game, you know, I imagine you had the most amount of lines in this game, thinking about it, but, you know, oh, sorry, I'm yawning. Ooh, sorry. But I really did enjoy the characters in this game. They all were very interesting in their own ways. Isaac Clarke finally, you know, getting some more lines, being able to talk more. And you can definitely see how he almost wants to, at the very end of the game, it feels like he wants to atone for everything he did wrong. Like he's basically being a martyr at that point. He's like, okay, well, we saved Ellie at least, so at least she'll get out. And Ellie comes back and saves us, which is, you know, nice. I appreciate that, Ellie. Thank you. Thank you for coming back and saving us. I imagine there will be more in the third game for something. I don't know. I actually don't know what's going to go happen in the third game. But overall, the story is really strong in this game. I really enjoyed it. I kind of wish there was more. Maybe that's asking a lot, because this game already was kind of big in a sense. There's a lot of people that worked on it, and that's fine. For 2011, good game. Also, something I forgot to mention in the gameplay part. The graphics were pretty good in this game. For a game that came out in 2011, pretty in a lot of sense. There were a lot of pretty scenes. You know, my PC is a little dated, so I had some issues running it at some points, but I definitely think for a game that came out a while ago to look that good and run good, I think thumbs up for me. So I'm going to talk about the sound design for a little bit. I am not a sound designer, so keep this with a grain of salt. The sound design in this game was actually really good. I liked the way the weapons sounded. They sounded pretty punchy at times. Like the plasma cutter sounded really punchy. I love that. The grunts and the, you know, how the enemies sounded were really unique. You can kind of tell what enemies were coming if you heard them. You didn't really hear too many atmospheric enemies though. Like the sound design of enemies being in the background wasn't as well heard. More so you just heard the screams of random civilians getting murdered, and that felt awful. But, you know, I think that really played in well to the horror aspect of the game. I really think that the general, like, ambience when we heard it was nice. You know, it was really well done, not nice. Nice is the wrong terminology, me. I really think that the atmosphere was really well crafted. And just in general, they did really good in the sound design. The music was, when the few songs that we heard kind of were well fitting. You know, the music at the end, I really enjoyed that. What do you call them? OST? Yeah, I think they're called OSTs. I like that OST a lot. I think the sound design was, as someone that doesn't know anything about sound design and very much just speaking out of my butt, really good. I really enjoyed it. I feel like it was really good in sound. For a game, again, that came out in 2011, it sounded like, it looked and sounded like a game that could have come out today and done just as good. Alright, I want to talk about, this is something I really want to talk about. I want to talk about this game in comparison to the first game. So, first things first is the time that it took me to beat the games. So, according to EA, it took me 15 hours and 58. It took me about like 15 hours and 20 minutes, 30 minutes to beat Dead Space 1. In comparison, I beat Dead Space 2 in about 12 hours and 20 minutes. Now, I think the time comparison could be that I was still getting used to the first game, so I kind of had some more rougher experiences in the first game. So maybe that led to some longer instances. And also, the first game crashed on me twice. Thrice? 2 or 3 times. So that definitely probably added some pad time to it. The second game, I think I only had 1 crash. I think. Don't quote me on that. So in comparison, I think the second game was better built and better optimized of not crashing. The second game kind of ran worse in some environments. There were definitely some instances where I got some frame drops, but I think that's fine. The game, this is the biggest thing for me that was so much better in the second game. When you aim down the sights in the first game, for some reason it feels really rugged and hard to control. I definitely think that was like my least favorite part of the first game, and that was fixed in this game. I don't know if it was just some kind of software thing or what, but the second game's aim down sights and be able to shoot my shot was so much better in this game. Oh my goodness, was it so much better. The tone of the games felt a little different. So the second game was definitely a lot darker. And I don't mean like visually, I mean in storytelling it was a lot darker. There were instances where I was like, oh my goodness, don't you dare. And then the game did it and I was like, oh. I think the biggest instance was when we first met the exploding baby enemies. Oh my goodness, that was a really rough on my mental. That was awful, I hated that. But for a psychological game, very well crafted. I felt like they couldn't do as much in the first game because the first game was locked to the Ishimura. There was only so much you can do with that because it's just one ship. In the second game, we're on an entire colony, you know? You can do so much more with that, and they did a lot more with that. I think one of my favorite parts was actually getting to go back to the Ishimura for a little bit. We went through medical, we got to see the bridge again. It was very much so like a nostalgia feel of basically seeing some of the parts of the first game again. I really, really liked that. Weapon feel, I definitely like the weapons a little more in 2 than 1. They felt more punchy, they did more damage, and they felt just better to use. I especially liked the upgrade on the flamethrower and the... I don't remember if it did more damage in the first or second game, but I think the line gun did more damage in the second game, which was nice. In comparison, the enemy diversity actually was improved in the second game, which makes sense because it's a sequel. It should be improved. You had the enemies that you had in the first game. Mostly, the only enemies that weren't here in the second game that weren't here in the first game were the like weird dashy enemies that we had in the first game. Those were the enemies that came from the military vessel that crashed into our ship. We didn't have those, but instead we had the like really fast running enemies, which were really, really cool. I really liked that. Again, easily some of my favorite enemies on the 2 games. They sounded really interesting, and in terms of gameplay, they were really, really fun to fight. Story-wise, I don't know which one. The story was much more environmental and like kind of you had to figure out what's going on. Don't get me wrong, the first game did tell you kind of what was going on, but you could kind of figure it out earlier if you're paying attention to the environment and paying attention to audio logs and text logs, X, Y, and Z. This, in Dead Space 2, the story is more in the front, and it's very much so telling you more what's going on. The stuff that you get in, like, from text logs and video logs weren't so much trying to hint at things. It was very much so just telling you, this is going on, things are awful here. It was also more of a look into like more of people's daily lives. It was less like things are really bad right now. No, it was kind of like I distinctly remember there being a couple of just text logs of people living their life, you know, and that was kind of heartbreaking. The scope of the game was a little bit different too. The first game, it was very much so we have to defend this ship, we have to fix the ship up. All right, we got to get off the ship. This sucks. The first game, we did leave the ship at the very end, but the second game, you know, we were going all over the place. We were in different buildings, different areas. I definitely felt like the second game felt more expansive. Even though it took less time to beat the game, it felt like I was out and about more. I definitely had more diverse environments, and I really enjoyed that a lot. But still, I think the first game was still really pretty. There was a lot. I think what the first game did do a little bit better is there were more times where I could just look at an environment and be like, wow, this is just a pretty place. The main one that I can think of was the botanical gardens in the first game, like the garden area. While there's still enemies that were there here and there, it wasn't as intense. Actually, it was kind of intense one area. But I felt like there was less like pretty scenes and pretty environments, which, you know, fair. There were definitely some like times we got to see the city like outside a window, and we're like, oh wow, that's really cool. So we actually had to deal with some human enemies in this game. It wasn't actually like anyone that we had to kill, but there were still some like human actual threats. You know, we had to deal with the giant riot team, and like last year I think it was the stream before that, and then there was Tideman. But overall, I think it was a lot of fun. I definitely enjoyed both the games a lot. They definitely did things very similarly but differently in a sense. I definitely think it's worth playing them both if you haven't, or maybe even watching someone else play the game, because again, one of the best things about both of these games is that it has replayability, because you have the New Game Plus, which means that you can either try new weapons or you can upgrade more of your weapons, get more upgrades, and see what they do at their best. I definitely feel like that was good in the first and the second game. Overall, Dead Space 2, if you haven't played it and you haven't played the first game, please go try them out if you can, or watch someone else play the game, because I definitely guarantee that they will play the game differently than I did, because I very much so stuck to the plasma pistol and then used my line gun and flamethrower when I needed to. And I definitely think that other people could have played the game differently. Maybe they would have focused more on the telekinesis stuff. I kind of wish that the telekinesis was a little better. The best thing that the telekinesis was kind of like stunning an enemy, basically like a get off me tool. I hope in the third game they do more with the telekinesis. I hope in the third game you get more upgrades for your telekinesis, because anytime a game gives me like some kind of ability like that, I will invest into it over weapons. But it just didn't feel worth it in this game, because the only thing that you could upgrade with it was the damage Impale weapons would do, not like actually me throwing a box at an enemy. Which saddens me a little bit, but that's fair. So my overall feeling for this game. I definitely feel like Dead Space 2 was a step up compared to Dead Space 1, in that it told you had more of a story going on, you had more characters, you had Isaac Clarke talking more, you had more characteristics for him, you had him dealing with trauma, you had him basically atoning for his sins of making another marker. Or I'm trying to, and then, you know, Ellie coming and saving us, thankfully. Thanks, Ellie, you're a real one, Chief. I like how, at the end of this game, though, we had the slow pan turn to the side, and Ellie was like, what's going on? Because in the first game, if you guys don't remember, in the after credits scene, we turned, and Nicole was there, and she was screaming at us, "Make us whole, Isaac. Do it, Isaac." But I really feel like this was a big step up compared to Dead Space 1. Not only in terms of environment and weapons, but in terms of storytelling and everything. I think this game's a solid 8. Like a solid 8 to like 7.9. It was really, really fun. The 3D and the three-dimensional movement was really good in this game. You know, in the first game, you had some three-dimensional moving, but it was more so like 0G. You can jump wall to wall like you're Spider-Man. But in this game, we had a jetpack, so that was cool. I definitely feel it is something that everyone should try. Unless you have issues with the following. Death, blood, gore, and violence and language. Or if you are sensitive to very sensitive subjects, because very much so there were some instances of, how would I put this? There were some notes of, you know, people having a really awful time and kind of coming to terms with what's going on and taking their own life, you know. So if you're sensitive to any of that type of content, I would definitely suggest not playing Dead Space 1 and 2, because there were some scenes. There are definitely some scenes. There are at least like 1 or 2 in between the games. So if you're sensitive to that type of thing, definitely don't play the games or watch someone play the games if you haven't watched this whole Let's Play. But I'm really happy I got the chance to play these games, because oh my goodness, they were fun. Overall, again, really had a lot of fun with these games. I'm excited to one day maybe play through Dead Space 3. That won't be for a long time though. But I definitely think that the game is leading into the third game, because again, at the end it said, whoever that was talking was like, well, it sucks that we lost stuff. The other sites will just have to pick up the pace and pick up the pieces. And it's like, oh, this was just one site, huh? That sucks. But yeah, I definitely really enjoyed the game. I'm excited to play more of the game. I'm excited to play Dead Space 3 one day, but that's future me. So, that is my overall consensus on the game. Good game, had a lot of fun. Definitely try the games out if you don't have issues with playing the game, X, Y, and Z. So, let's talk about our future, shall we? So today currently is the 1st of November. Happy November, guys. It's a Saturday. The next stream will be the 3rd on a Monday. I don't know what's going to happen on them. So, I don't know when we're going to start the Call of Munch collab back up. I'm going to send a message out later. Maybe tomorrow or today, I don't know. Our schedule will be going out either on Sunday or Monday for the upcoming week. So this is what I'm thinking. The upcoming game that we're going to be playing and getting back into is I'm blinking. Oh my goodness, what's going on with my brain? Hello, brain, please work. Please, thank you. We're going to be going back into Trails in the Sky SC. Now, I said when October hit, we would be focusing on horror games, which is what we did. October is over, so we're going back in to finish Trails in the Sky SC. And after we beat Trails in the Sky SC, what I want to do is I want to play Dragon Age Origins. After we beat Dragon Age Origins, maybe we'll play Trails in the Sky 3rd, is what I'm thinking. After we beat that, we are done with Trails for the foreseeable future. Not because I don't want to play the other Trails games, it's just I don't know if I can run the other Trails games and stream them. After we beat Trails in the Sky 3rd, we're going to play Morrowind. After we beat Morrowind, we're going to play Dragon's Dogma. After Dragon's Dogma, it's kind of in the air, honestly. We could play Oblivion if I wanted to, but that's a big if. I don't know what we're going to be doing. But those are the big 5 games we're going to be playing upcoming soon. We're going to play through Trails in the Sky 2nd, we're going to beat that game. We're going to play Dragon Age Origins, we're going to play Morrowind, Trails in the Sky 3rd, and we'll go from there. Those are like the upcoming games. If any of those games sound interesting, stick around and pull up a seat, because that's going to be the upcoming, like, at minimum 6 months of games. Like, I don't expect to beat Trails in the Sky SC within the month. I fully expect Trails in the Sky SC to take us at least a month and a half to beat. Dragon Age Origins probably will take us like a month to beat, maybe. Trails in the Sky 3rd, I don't know how long that game is, actually. It's probably like maybe another month to a month and a half. And by that point, we'll probably be in like, we'll be clear into like March to April. After that, it's kind of in the air. I want to finish Dragon's Dogma at some point, because we did start the first game before we debuted as a VTuber, so we'll go back into it. After that, I don't know. We're gonna be playing through a lot of RPGs, is what I'm feeling, because I like RPGs a lot. I know the channel doesn't really do as well, like people don't watch it as much with RPGs, and I'm sorry that's not your cup of tea. However, that's the games I kind of want to play. And the biggest thing with me for streaming is I don't want to play games that I'm not going to enjoy, or just I'm not going to have fun with. Because if I don't enjoy a game, I don't really want to play the game, you know? Maybe that's just me, but who knows. So these are my plans. If and whenever we can upgrade our PC, we'll do some other games. I do have some stuff that I want to do. First and foremost, the first game that we will play when we upgrade the PC is Black Mesa. Black Mesa is guaranteed to be like one of the first games we play. After Black Mesa, I would love to do Titanfall. I would love to do... I don't actually know. I would love to do Armored Core 6, because I've been wanting to play Armored Core 6, but I can't run the game. And if I can't run the game, I can't stream the game anyways. If you guys don't know, I was a big follower of Armored Core 6 and its development. I was on those trailers. I was sharing them. I was like, this looks good, this sounds good, and then I realized I couldn't play the game. Which sucks, but, you know, that's just more for me to look in the future. What else would I like to play? Let me look at my... Where's my... Let me do this one. Because I do have a list of games. Let me see. I would love to do Skyrim. I would love to do a full Devil May Cry Let's Play, like through all of the games. I don't know if I'd play 2, because I really didn't... 2 was okay. It just wasn't as interesting to me. I would love to do Gunfire Reborn. We could do Halo. We could do... Titanfall 2, I said that. We could get back into playing the multiplayer games that I enjoy, like Warframe. I wouldn't mind doing Alien Colonial Marines. What else is in here? Let me see. There is a Magico, but I don't know how to feel about that. You know, something I've been considering lately is I may go and play StarCraft. So maybe we'll do some StarCraft on the channel. I don't know. Let me see. What is the StarCraft 2 PC specs? System requirements. Processor. I think I could run it. Yeah, I think I have the specs for it. Yeah, I think I could run the game, honestly. Because I've been wanting to... If you guys don't know, one of like my favorite things in gaming are the Zerg. Like, I don't know what it is, my brain like attached to the Zerg like so aggressively. If you guys would want, I could play through StarCraft 2, like the campaign. I would love to do that, like Wings of Liberty into Heart of the Zerg, and then the Protoss campaign, which, as a fair note, I don't know anything about that Protoss campaign. I've seen the Wings of Liberty and Heart of the Zerg played through a lot, but I don't know anything about the Protoss campaign. And honestly, if it's something that I enjoy a lot, I wouldn't mind playing more StarCraft on the channel, maybe. Who knows? That's very much so future me's thing. Like StarCraft 2, I would love to play it, but who knows? I would love to do. I kind of think StarCraft 2 would be a lot of fun, actually. Any other games I can think of that's on this list? Let's see. Oh shoot, I forgot to upgrade my game list. Hold on. Completed. I can now put completed in Dead Space 1 and 2. Oh shoot, nice. Completed. Let me put that there. I sometimes forget to do this. Completed. Wow. I don't know. There's probably some other games I would love to do on the channel that I just can't. Yeah, we'll definitely consider it. You know, there is another game that I would love to do on the channel. There's a game called Path of Titans. I've been watching that game carefully, and it very much seems like something I would enjoy a lot. But A, don't know if this PC could run it, and 2, I don't think I could do video or content on it. But I definitely would consider doing it if I could run it. Who knows? There's a lot of games I would love to do for the channel and just do on my own, if anything. Future me to play with, though. Currently, I'm happy with where I am. I get to play games that are a little older, but even though the games are older, they're still really, really good. I've been having so much fun with some of these older games, man. Like, it's insane how much fun I've been having. But yeah, the foreseeable future, just TLDW, we will be playing Trails in the Sky 2nd. We will be playing, after that, Dragon Age, Trails in the Sky 3rd, Dragon's Dogma, Morrowind. Those are the games that are going to be coming up. Those are the main 5. After Morrowind, maybe we'll do Dragon Age 2. Who knows? Not me. But that's going to be it for the foreseeable future. Man, I have been... Oh my goodness, I've been yapping for an hour. I just realized. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. Oh... I think I've been yapping for longer than the actual gameplay of this. I'm so sorry. I just have a lot to talk about because I like to yap. It's that's why I'm streaming, because I like to talk, and I want to make other people's... I want to bring light to other people's life. That's always been a goal of mine. I want to make other people smile and bring some warmth and wholesomeness into the world, because sometimes the world can be a little dark, and sometimes it can be dark for people. I want to make it a little bit brighter for people. But yeah, that's our foreseeable future. Thank you again to anyone that joined me for this Let's Play of Dead Space 2. It meant the world to me. We will be starting Trails in the Sky 2nd either on Monday or Wednesday. We'll see. But yeah, excited to get back into that. I'm gonna have to actually sit down and watch some of the stream from Trails in the Sky, because I actually have no idea what we were doing, because that was like a month ago at this point. Oh man. But yeah. Thank you again for all the support over these past 8, almost 9 months. The 9th month will be on like the 2nd or 3rd. Oh my goodness. Yeah, thank you to anyone that's joined me on my journey as a VTuber. It means the world to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you to anyone that will show support to me in the future. Thank you so much. I mean, thank you for joining me on my journey through being a VTuber and doing content creation, because I've been doing content creation for a really long time, but VTubing is definitely something new. So thank you again to all the support. I'm gonna go make something to snack on because I'm actually really hungry. So I'm gonna go make food. Make sure to eat, hydrate, get enough sleep yourselves, and have a nice weekend, you know? Today's Friday. Wait, stay Friday, Saturday. Stay Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday, you know? Get some sleep, you know, read some books, go out and get some fresh air, talk with friends, do whatever you like to do in your day-to-day. But yeah, thank you again for all the support. Thank you to anyone that's shown support to the Immune Deficient Foundation. It means the world to a lot of people. Consider showing support to them if you can. Never feel forced or obligated to. And thank you to anyone that's shown support to me, because that means a lot to me too. So I'm going to probably end stream here because I have nothing else planned and I'm hungry. So thank you again to anyone shown support. Thank you again for coming here and journeying with me through Dead Space 2. It's been a blast. And thank you to anyone that showed support to the Dead Space 1 Let's Play. It means a lot to me too. Please make sure before you show support for me, support yourselves, eat, hydrate, get enough sleep, do what you need to do in your day, whether it be responsibility and obligations, or do what you want to do in your day-to-day, because I'm here every other day, so never feel forced to show up. Make sure to, you know, do what you like to do in your day-to-day, whether it be anything artistic, like reading and writing, whether that be playing video games, watching movies, watching TV shows, crocheting, I don't know, talking with friends. It's really important to socialize, so please make sure to get enough socialization in your day-to-day too. And I will see all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen, and anyone in between on Monday? Monday, yeah. Because I'm taking Sunday off. So, thank you again. I will see all of you on Monday. Have a nice weekend. Be safe. And I hope you all had a nice Halloween. I will see y'all next time. As always, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone in between, stay true, stay kind, and peace out. I will see all of you lovely ladies and gentlemen, and anyone in between next time. Be safe, okay? Take care of yourselves. Make sure to take care of yourselves and those that you care about, other people that care about you, or you care about yourselves. I'll see y'all next time. Bye. Peace. Is the music quiet? Oh, let me turn it up. There we go. There. See y'all next time. Bye-bye. Chatting. No one expects a secret ending, do they? Mwahaha. But yeah, seriously, make sure you eat, hydrate, get enough sleep, take care of yourselves, and take care of your friends and those you care about, and those that care about you, okay? I'll see y'all next time. Be safe. Bye-bye.